down there. All right, let's drop down there in that grassy area and find out what's going on.
The tragedy centered here, at San Fernando Veterans Hospital, long known as the garden spot of the whole Veterans Administration system. 2 central buildings have collapsed, burying nearly 100 patients and members of the staff under a crashing concrete roof. Doctors and nurses are pulling victims out of the ruins, digging barehanded at the rubble, trying to free the rest. At 7:24, Chief Long's helicopter sets down on the lawn, and a staff doctor runs out to meet him.
Yes, we read you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Chief Long, I want 5 task forces and 3 chief officers dispatched emergency to the San Fernando Veterans Hospital. We have people trapped. They have no contact with the outside. We have a serious condition here at the hospital. Dispatch for an emergency.
The fire and rescue units pour in, but desperately needed is heavy construction equipment to cut through the concrete roof. Luckily, it's close at hand. In Tujunga Canyon, the Army Corps of Engineers has a construction crew working on a special project for the Office of Emergency Preparedness. Within an hour, it's been moved to veterans. The digging out begins.
What we need, we can get the port of power. And see if we can bulge this up a little bit and pull this out. We'll have to give it a try. Wait a minute, get the back of this way through.
Not far away, another crisis. Van Norman Dam, the huge reservoir in the northern hills. The concrete roadway across the tops collapsed. The earth wall behind it crumbling fast.
We're going to need some additional help on filling sandbags.
11 million tons of water, enough to start another Johnstown flood, and 80,000 people living in the valley just below. A decision has to be made, and soon.
If that wind doesn't change, that dam is going to go in. Could go in a matter of minutes.
Attention all residents. We are evacuating this area immediately.
Some are willing.
I started worrying when I saw the first broadcast what was left of the dam. 2 feet of mud's not enough.
Others less so.
You mean you're standing here and the dam's right above your house and...
I'm going to take a chance. I have a boat in the garage, too. I think I'll pull that out. Yeah. Just in case. You never know.
All people in this area must leave immediately. You have 1 hour to evacuate.
And soon, everyone's moving out.
Taking the dogs with you? I believe it. They're pretty good talkers. Get ready to go with mine.
For the city of Los Angeles, and Los Angeles County too, disaster response is a sophisticated large-scale operation. Both have enormous resources to call on. Modern equipment, good communications, thousands of firemen, police, other trained professionals. For little San Fernando, civil defense is something else. A handful of city employees, and a disaster plan depending largely on volunteer help from groups like Red Cross, Salvation Army, the Citizens Emergency Mobile Patrol. And now, the radio hands. They've found the dead spot on their dials, are moving in to fill it. Since early morning, San Fernando's been cut off from the world. But now, communications are being restored, and the first phone call goes downtown to the Office of Emergency Services.
We're just dead. No water, no sanitation, communications, nothing. We can use any kind of mutual aid you can send. We're on our knees.
Now people are flying in to help with the job. From Sacramento, Herbert Temple of the governor's staff. And from Washington, D.C., Darrell Trent, Deputy Director of the Office of Emergency Preparedness.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Darrell. Glad you're here.
Thank you. What's the current situation?
It's not too good. We've got two major problems. One is the possible collapse of the Van Norman Dam and the fact that the Veterans Administration Hospital has fallen in on patients. Probably the most damaging situation we have right now is the Van Norman Dam because there are continuing aftershocks and this could break.
How long will it take to get the water out?
They're now projecting 72 hours.
What about the people under the Van Norman Dam?
We figure there's probably 80,000 that are going to have to come out. The Red Cross has moved in and they're setting up about 6 emergency shelters in the area, in schools and gymnasiums and auditoriums, but a great deal of them will probably be absorbed by friends and relatives in the area.
What about the Veterans Hospital? Are we sure they have everything they need?
We probably need some helicopter evacuation, and we've already taken steps to get that moving.
He's tagged. Yeah, he's got tagged down here on his foot, and I've taken his wristwatch. George Lang, and he's had Demerol twice.
Governor Reagan's arrived from Sacramento. And rescue crews have just uncovered a pocket where some of the kitchen workers are trapped.
There's a woman by the name of Helen in there.
That's my mother. The one they've been talking to.
Well, they've been talking to her. Apparently, she says that she's all right.
Yeah. But they thought that Grace was beside her, but she couldn't see her.
Well, from all indications, the fireman says that she seems to be all right. She's even asked for a glass of water.
That's typical of her.
Now, wait. Let her relax. Just rest there a minute, and now I'll get my leg out of the way, okay?
That's an awful nice leg right now.
Oh, okay.
See that pipe on your left? When we get up a little ways, this pipe on your left you can stand on.
Here she comes. All right.
That a cow. You don't want to go back.
No, just take it this way.
Here's your mother, sir.
Careful, this is quick.
That's all right. Now, the other girl that's alive, yes.
Yeah.
There's about 7 foot down there. Where the light comes in, we can still see.
All right.
Oh, that's okay. You don't need that.
That's all right.
How do you feel, Helen?
Check. Come on. Come on. Check you.
Yeah.
I've been laying down all morning.
It's your daughter, honey.
Right here waiting for
Here's your daughter, Helen.
It's okay, baby. Did they get the rest?
Hey, everybody be quiet. Sit down now. Just bend your knees slowly.
Wait a minute.
Slowly.
Where's Heidi? Heidi's with Jim. Huh? No, he took her with her, and the dogs are down in that Orland. It's all right. It's okay.
Day turns into night, night into nightmare. In San Fernando, volunteers are patrolling the wreckage on the mall. And in the shelters, evacuees are settling down for the night.
How do you feel?
Tired. I'd like to go home.
The second day. Early in the morning, Air Force Two sweeps into Los Angeles Airport, bringing the Vice President and George Lincoln, Director of the Office